So we made our way through the Sutra marshes. We avoided the globes. We didn't kill any Sugoi. We went past the weird death, darkness eels. We crept our way up to this exotic sinking palace in the depths of the marshes. When we got there, Zelian, Carvus, Akida, and Kashar all went ahead. Was it Carvus or was it just Kashar, Zelian, and Akida?
Oh,
It was the three of us.
It
was the three of us.
Just the three of us, yeah.
Me and
I think
Kashar
me and
took out the
Carvus
two.
hung back.
Definitely claiming another experience point now. I have some memory.
And Zelly and
Doesn't
both
make any
the one.
difference. I went from 1 to 2.
And you all went forwards, took out one guard really easily, took out another guard pretty easily, and then the top one, Kashar had to like climb up the side of the building, run up to him and shoot him in the face in order to knock him down.
Yeah, I remember I crit killed one instantly, and the other one I think I took his knee out or his leg out.
Oh yeah, you did the like just blast all your bullets thing. Didn't you? I don't know how that completely escaped my memory, but yeah, I do.
Hence why I've learned machine gun next thing.
And I think I like elbow critted the guy on the roof. He was pretty much dead. I mean, it was a kill steal really by Kashar. So
no worries, I'll let him use his radio next time. It's all fine. I can share.
So we're all at the reasonably close to the front of this palace, and Kashar, you stood on top. You can see it's like previously it was like a H kind of building.
Okay.
So you're on this thick, long. One side of the building there is a small joining bit, and then there is another building, another wing of the building that goes down on the other side. But the back end, like the far corner of that, you can see is all crumbled. Maybe parts of the foundations have sunk into the marshes. As you're sort of looking down, obviously this building was on like a hill. The marshes sort of come up pretty close. There was some raised gardens, and you can see that there are two sort of like jet skis, bike, or or maybe some sort of combination of hover bike kind of things, parked not far from where the other guard was. Like the guard
bikes,
hover jet water bike things. What are they called?
Let's call them speeder bikes.
Speeder bikes.
Oh, they're called grav loaders.
So that's nowhere near as cool.
Yeah, grav loaders. Sorry, it isn't.
We can pimp it out and make it look cool.
What's that guy? Exhibit. Let's get him in.
Yeah.
Pimp my grav loader.
X gonna
I'm
give
going
it
to
to
waste
you.
all my cash on. If Kashar has any money at the end of it, I'm going to
Get a popcorn machine on your grav loader.
to dangerous proportions.
I've only got 100 beers, so I'll get some Chaos Black Spray and give it a...
I mean, I went from nearly 3k to 440, so I've got enough money for my... We have to pay our upkeep at the end of this, I think, so it's 300 beer to be a peasant, if I remember. Hopefully it wasn't 500 beer, and I'm only 80% of a peasant.
Well, but, there could be a big dragon horde in here, and just full of burr and jade chess pieces. I can't remember what's else in the D&D books. But...
Loot bodies
I've still got
is
loads
the
of stuff to sell
usual
on the
way
ship,
to...
though. I've got an exosuit that we stole off someone. It's from the guys on Coriolis. I mean, I'm not going to wear it.
So the three of you are at the building, whereas Carvus and Raya are back a bit in case shit went south. So do we...
Can we calm them to let them know that it's all clear? It's all clear, guys. We've taken down all 3 sentries.
Does this guy have a communicator?
Yeah, he's got a communicator. Let's have a look at him.
Pick it up.
Yeah, can we
Yar.
can we loot?
Nar.
I wasn't so much looting it as more trying to like listen.
Oh,
to
listen in on their stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. But if he's got guns and weapons and
you go right ahead and
other
do that.
stuff as
Pete's
well.
looting him.
yeah. I'm a survivalist. Yeah.
Kill the monster.
The thing they
take
never
the
do in the
treasure.
films is they shoot the guy with a machine gun and then they don't take his gun. You always take their gun.
Yeah.
What would John McClane do?
Probably make sure there's broken glass around, because that guarantees victory if you're John McClane.
He'd make fists with his toes, is what he'd do.
Son of a bitch.
Alright, so he has a Vulcan carbine, a concussion grenade,
Oh yeah,
a Dura knife,
got one.
and a communicator.
So, did I give
I have
my
the
carbine?
Dura knife. I've only got a regular knife.
Yeah, go for it. I've already got a Dura knife. I'll probably never use.
I got German knives coming out my ears.
He also has two reloads.
You want to see a
for-
doctor about that?
for the Vulcan carbine.
Yeah, I think I've got a carbine as well as a cricket, so I'll take the reloads unless Akita wants a Vulcan carbine.
I'll take a carbine and then one reload.
Two
Take them
reloads.
both. I'm less likely to use it. I'm only carrying it in case somebody else wants it.
I'm incredibly likely to use it since I need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Although I
you.
don't, if I switch to my flamethrower, I'll be fine.
I mean, up close, that's probably an exceptional idea if you're the person in front.
That's my entire plan, is to get as
Tape
close as
them
possible.
together.
I'm going to try and link the fuel tanks for the jetpack and the flamethrower together.
no,
And be some kind of spinning jetpack flaming fireball.
Like a Zelian candle.
I imagine you get the fireball.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Alright.
God.
So I guess I'll take the communicator and just, I guess, listen. I'm not going to use it. I take it I can't find out, like, there's nothing to say how many people are on the same channel or anything else like that.
You think there are about 10 or 12 people here?
Yeah, but that's like outside intel rather than actually, you know, like. If
Yeah, can you
look
hear
on-
like different voices and stuff?
Yeah, no. I mean, if you look on like your router, it'll tell you how many devices are connected. I was thinking in something like that.
No, if you find the router for this communicator, that'll tell you, obviously. But this
Fair
is
enough,
this
yeah.
is just the communicator.
Well, I'll keep it and obviously leave it open and listen to it. Is there
Roll a
anywhere to
grenade
stash
into
the
each
body?
room to say hello.
Well, I was debating about using his concussion grenade to booby trap the speeder bikes. But I guess we could just.
Use them,
Yeah,
steal them.
those are all good.
Escape on
I want to fire my bow from the back of a speeder bike.
No, fair enough then.
It's a
yeah,
simple man with simple needs.
Yeah.
Hey,
But you know, we're in a swamp. It's not difficult to dispose of bodies.
True.
Especially
true.
if there's electric death eels in the water.
Yeah.
They
I
love
mean,
them-
Is there
they
somewhere
love
where
them
we can
bodies.
hide this body?
Pardon?
Is there somewhere where we can hide this body?
Which, like
The one on the roof.
I mean, you could heave it over the edge. It'd probably land on the edge of the island rather than in the marsh. But if somebody then went down and dragged it into the marsh, that'd be fine.
Akita,
I don't
are
think
you
we
on the
need to
roof
bother.
with me?
yeah.
Shall we just like?
I'm kind of on the edge, like with my bow, keeping an eye out while you are doing your stuff with
Alright. Well-
communicators.
Do you want to take the legs? I'll take the arms, and we'll just amusingly toss it off the roof as far as we can.
Why not?
Perfect then.
I don't
I'm
want
not-
to get involved in the amusing tossing off of a dead body.
It is of a dead body, so if that helps.
Millie, 12 years old.
Cool. Well,
Okay, let's
do
toss
that,
this body off.
and then we'll just stand on the roof and like point at it and then point at like Carvis and Roia.
All right, so we launch the martyr soldier over the side of the building. Thunk, crash
Yeet.
onto the floor. Yeet. Yeah.
Next thing I want to do is there a doorway onto this roof?
It looks like further down the building, past the sort of H joining it, past the crossbar, there's a ladder sticking up, like, over the side. Looks like they climb up onto the roof.
Right, okay then. I was hoping to block the door. What do you think, Roia? Not Roia, Akita. Are we getting back down? Do you want to see what we can see from the roof?
Let's check out the other side, and then we'll track back down with the others. I don't think we should split up too much.
No, I don't want to split up either. I was hoping to... Yep, Evil Gilmore, we always aim to please. I guess we could, like, sort of crawl across the roof a bit if that's what you want, Akita, or we can just stroll over if we're not bothered about being seen.
Oh, I prefer to crawl.
No worries then.
I'll be like,
Okay, well, yeah. we'll do that, and everyone else can figure out.
I imagine Kashar's just standing there next to me, and I'm like,
just like
trying
taking
to do
really,
something
small
really
steps,
like action heroic.
like checking timepiece, looking down again, doing a quick Sudoku. Oh, he hasn't moved yet.
Smoking a cigarette through a luminous balaclava.
Alright, so Kishara and Akita are going to sneak off forwards whilst the other folk advance, and then Zelian drags a dead body so it'll sink into the marsh. Is that the plan?
I'm gonna put sunglasses on it, pretend we're going for a weekend at Bernie's.
Nice.
I mean, that was our plan. Everyone else might
infiltrate
have a
that way.
different plan.
Yeah. Alright, so
It usually works like that, don't we? Say, we will do these things, and we immediately do a different thing.
Got to keep the GM on their toes.
make so Kishar and Akita, make an infiltration roll.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not awful. Oh, I don't have a
I've got
dice.
my chameleon suit on.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Switched it to rubbly ruin.
Did we get any bonus for crawling across the roof?
No, you get to make it rather than just going. What's that woman doing up there?
Right.
I'm lost. Oh, I did all right. I got 1 success.
Alright.
I thought it was 2 for a second, but it is just 1.
How did Akita do?
I trip over
Just
him.
rolling. I got 2 successes.
Alright, so you infiltrate your way along the roof. After the sort of H, the cross of the buildings, the joining part, you get to the other side and you can see that there is a courtyard behind there. It was probably quite nice at some point. It's got like, they look a little bit like gazebos, like the sort of things you would sit in and take the sun, or other than tea, cake, that kind of things. But now they're rotten, they're fallen in. You can see that there's like vines, and Kua is reclaiming this this ostentatious advance upon its landscape. But in between these two gazebos is a nice courtyard. It's got steps that lead down and that kind of stuff. And on the very end of the courtyard, you can see, and Kashar would probably recognize it instantly given her technology bent training kind of thing. It is let me get the name right, a laser communicator. So it's pointed somewhere. It's a laser communicator. It'll get information out to another place.
Secure.
Yeah.
Would Kashar know if it's usually directed to space, or is it literally going to be another dish somewhere? And like the rough range.
Let's see what.
Also, it's quite curious. It used to be a genuine palace as well, from the look of it.
They could point that at Coriolis, really, couldn't they?
Probably have done.
I'm curious whether there's going to be like some kind of more military base. We still don't know where the real sanatorium is, or if they've got like a low orbit spaceship or anything else like that.
Did we see? Can we hear any people?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think Millie's just checking something in the book.
Sure. I thought I'd just throw that out into the mind.
I sort of imagine that I only know where you are because you're like invisible, but going, I am one with the night. Or perhaps doing a Bane impression.
I'm going, want some candy?
We need to check one more thing.
I don't think it's quite Predator though, is it? The chameleon suit. I think it's just like
Not quite, no.
got slightly active panels and stuff that allow you to like change.
That's
colour
right.
and
That
things
impression
like
was a little bit more Pennywise the Clown than Predator as well. So you're okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to think it's just got like loads of different panels on the suit with and you've got a pocket full of paint swatches. So you're like forest green. There you go, and you just replace them.
Yeah.
An assortment of latex masks to finish it off.
Careful, you'll get chat excited.
Yeah.
So this is a communicator that can be that could cover like system-wide distances. So they're sending this out to maybe another planet or another base. This is bypassing Coriolis, which for everything else would be the point, kind of to go there to there sort of thing.
But something in the system.
Yeah, something in system.
That's
Is it
interesting.
nighttime? I can't remember. Is it nighttime?
Coriolis is in system, so it could still be Coriolis.
Yeah, I guess the thing that Akita and Kashak, because you can see Coriolis. Coriolis is this ever-present
It's pointing
star
somewhere else.
above Kua, because it's basically just always in geostationary orbit above the monolith. So as you look back behind the way you came, you can see the star. This thing isn't pointed out that way. This thing is pointed somewhere else. Somebody else is getting this message. This laser comm. The other thing, make a technology roll.
Okay, I've got 2 in technology.
I've got to step away for a minute. Sorry.
No worries. Alright, 6 dice. I got only 2 successes.
Only 2? No, it's
Well, I
enough.
was hoping for 3. I saw the first 2 immediately, and I still had 4 dice to check, so hope reigns supreme for a moment. But I got 2 successes, which is ace.
2 successes is good. It's a good pass. The other thing that occurs to you about this is it can jam radio signals, and sort of blanket out like any other comms in the area. So if you were trying to get somewhere else, it could sort of stop that kind of thing.
So that means that if I mess with it, I could probably stop the soldiers communicating with each other.
That would be difficult because they're just going like here to here.
No worries then.
But they're definitely stopping other people picking up that there is radio signals in this area. It's like I guess a
It's like the eye of a hurricane, essentially. So
Yeah.
within the circle, you can just about do point-to-point stuff. But outside of it, there's a whole ton of interference.
yeah.
Okay.
So you see this. You can see that there is a couple of martyr warriors. One of them is sort of standing around near the communicator. Another one is looking at 3 sturdy chests, like big chests of stuff piled up. And this dude is stood there, and these are cargo transports. And given that Kashar, Zelian, and Karvus are independent traders and not smugglers in any way, shape, or form, these do look like the sort of things you would store, like, we're coming to give you some stuff and then you're going to give us some stuff. These are suspiciously sturdy yet completely unmarked cases of things.
Alright then, Kashar is definitely interested in those.
Yeah.
And what you do is you just accidentally leave your stuff around and pick up the wrong stuff. But nobody minds, everyone's friends. Right, okay, why don't we head back to everybody else, and then me and Akita can decide if we're going to shoot stealth or just... I'll obviously report that back as well.
Alright, so we eventually, maybe not quite on the porch of the building, but a little way back where everybody is, maybe around the corner where Zelian yeeted a body into the water. We reconvene and think about our next step. What's the plan?
Well, I guess we have communicators. Do you guys want to join us on the roof and we can take these guys out and then maybe run off and go back in the main entrance? Should we come and join you? Do you want to have like a 2-pronged attack? What do Karvus, Zelian, and Rowea think?
I will go with whatever you suggest. You're the military strategist. I have no clue how to do what we're doing right now.
What's how many are there?
We think there's between 12 and 14, but it's pretty light.
So 9 to 11. after we've taken these 3 dudes out?
Yeah, I mean, that's only a guess, though, to be fair. I mean, like, Kashar would definitely like to just pick them off in small groups, but if you guys are like, no, let's kick in the doors and flamethrower and machine gun people, then I'll stand
Can
at the
you
back
send
and-
any of them away into the jungle, into the swamp, to distract them? Send a
see.
small party out that way.
How would we do that? Like, by faking some kind of emergency on the communicator?
I don't know if they'll fall for that, but maybe. A rocket or a grenade that goes off nearby. I mean, presumably Akida could shoot a grenade quite far, and if an explosion goes off out in the jungle, will they not have to go and investigate to find out what it is?
They might lock it down, though, as well. Like, if they're like, well, we've got our nice, lovely base with our blast doors, so we're just going to shut everything and wait for people to die of starvation. What do you think,
Like I said,
Zelian?
I don't know.
I don't know enough about the compound to know
All right,
what's in
then.
it, who's here and why we're here. Like, I don't. I think our first thing, like, if this is where the martyr is, which I don't know, then we need
think
to.
he's here. That's from Rawia's.
Then we need to make sure that we enter and access it in a way where we can't be spotted, and then they've got time to go, oh well, we'll stab the martyr in the head then, you know what I mean? Like, the emissary, sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean,
So I kind of want to find out if we can, like, listen into the communications, if we can scout the area, get inside before we start kind of murdering
okay.
everyone. I know that sounds dumb. I want to kill
No.
everyone as much as the next person, but you know.
Do you want to join us on the roof, and then we can all basically point our guns and bows and stuff at the 2 guys that are out there, while I guess we try and hook into communications and see where people are and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
At
quite
least
happy to
that way
take
we could get
the
like
other
a
2 scouts out.
surprise. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
surprise round, because crickets are quiet, aren't they? That's why they're called cricket.
Yeah.
Well-
but you
well,
do have to
my,
get slightly closer.
My what is it now? Accelerator
Flamethrower?
carbine is silent, so
Oh, okay. I mean,
So I
it's
can
probably a
knee-
much better weapon as well.
if you would like, I can. If you've spotted 2 scouts, I'll climb up onto the roof where you are and kneel down and take them out.
Yeah,
I have an accelerator pistol if you want that.
Yeah, that
I
might
mean,
be
I'll
better
s-
for.
What do I get for my cricket? It's +1 bonus dice, +2 initiative, 2 damage, and 2 crit.
Yours is better than mine.
Okay, fair dues then.
Much
Because I'm
as
not
you're
bad.
all better on the roof, I think it's best for me to stay down on the ground because I'm not the best at climbing, and I don't have any experience with ranged weaponry.
Oh, that's a good point. We had to make mobility rolls, or was that aliens again? Dexterity rolls? We had to make dexterity rolls to get up. I don't
Do
have
you want
any
us to
roll-
try and go in through the front?
I don't mind. I'm happy to have any ideas. I mean,
I've just got visions of Carvis and Raya doing get help.
The cricket's not silent, by the way. The accelerator pistol is. That's the benefit.
all right, okay, fair enough. Thank you for making sure I knew that.
But yeah, I'm happy to climb up and take those 2 guys out. Then we've got more of a kind of freedom to infiltrate closer in. I think that if you and me and Akida kind of jump the rooftops and move that way, and then if Carvis and Rowia can go kind of through the door and through in the bot, then we've got 2 access points. We can try and, I don't know what the shark, alligator. It's not really a pincer. It's more like a baby shark.
Crocodile maneuver.
Yeah, we can crocodile it.
if you like Terry Pratchett, we'll do deformed rabbit.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So yeah,
It's my
I'll.
favourite.
Can I climb up to the roof where
Yeah, make
Kashar
dexterity,
is?
agility.
Dexterity, agility. I have.
Yeah, I'm not
5
really
dice.
a combat character. I mean, I get 8 dice to shoot with because I wanted it to be able to defend herself, but
8 dice is a good number in Coriolis.
It is,
It's
but,
not, it's
I
not an
mean-
inconsiderable amount.
1 success.
1 success. All right. So there is an element of like just punching your fist in the wall to help you leap up. 'cause,
Yeah.
You know why be
digging handholds with the metal hand.
boof and then launch yourself up a bit and catching and then boof and drag yourself up. But you land on the rooftop no problem. And join up with the other two up there.
So I can see the two scouts that they've noticed.
Yeah, so there's this guy, it looks like he's standing with these 3 chests that, again, to Zellian's eyes, it's like some sort of collection or drop-off or trade or something. Could be anything from ammunitions, drugs, precious metals, that kind of stuff. The other guy looks like he is just sort of there to keep an eye on the communications, the laser comms, and he's just taking his turn doing a watch at comm station.
Are they close together or are they separated?
It's a hefty courtyard because it's the courtyard in between two wings of this sort of palace. So there's
they're not stood next to each other.
No, they're not next to each other. What would this be?
Are you hoping to like Assassin's Creed it and shoot one in the back and then take the other one?
Straight through. They're about 20 meters apart.
Well, if they were stood next to each other, I'd automatic fire and take them both at once. If they're not stood next to each other, I'll either save Private Ryan it, where you shoot one in the knee and he starts screaming and then he runs over and you shoot the other one, or like Assassin's Creed, kill one while his back's turned and then kill the other one. Wait for the like cone of view to spin the other way and then.
Okay, you're gonna throw some coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, tap on a wall. What was
There
that?
are 3 of you. You could divvy them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cricket doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but certainly if we all shoot one of them, we can then try and shoot the second one. Because the worst thing that happens is we wound both of them but don't kill them.
So,
And Aikida's got a bow, doesn't he? So he's pretty good in a fight.
and a carbine. So can I make an assessment as to their field of vision? So if one is looking at, they're not both staring across lovingly at each other's eyes. Like, is one of them looking away, or is like, which one do I think I could probably pick off that then wouldn't see the other one fall behind a rock? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
alright, let's make an observation roll.
I could throw a rock just to distract one of them while we.
Carvis and Raya, could you get help?
I mean
that would be great actually if you
They'd
did
look
that,
around.
and then they both came to you, and then I could just shoot them.
Well, I was thinking, actually, Carlos, should we go in or should we just knock on the front door and let them come to us? Do you think you could convince them that we're here as a father confessor and a scientist come to oversee the final stage of the operation?
I'll certainly give it a try. If that's what we want to do.
I got 3 successes for
I
observation.
mean, maybe
though,
you
Ellie.
could convince them that we came on that moth ship.
The moth ship left, didn't it? Which
Yeah.
was, I don't think it was dropping off. It feels like it was leaving.
But we don't know that. I just throwing out ideas.
We do have some armor from the pariahs and some sigils and stuff you could paint or wear, so you look a bit more
You do know a reasonable amount as well.
pariah-y. Yeah.
So, saying that you've come for the warrior, recently arrived from, is it Bay Basin?
The basin, yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, how many people are going to know that they've got the emissary here?
It's true.
The fact that we know the emissary is here and we can say we've come to oversee the transport of the emissary.
Let's do that. I think
That
that's a
should
really
be
good
enough
idea.
to get them wrong-footed. And you're
Carvis-
quite a convincing chap.
If Carvis and Rui go in to this courtyard on the ground, draw the attention of these 2 guards, so they get. If they walk in and it starts shooting immediately, then we're in a good position to respond. But if they do draw together, we've all 3 of us, Mikasha.
Well, even if those ones don't respond, there might be others inside who will.
Yeah, and you can draw them out as well. So yeah, and then we'll wait and ambush the courtyard depending on what happens. If the 2 guards stand next to each other, I'll machine gun them both to death.
Never mind, get help. We're here to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
I mean,
Sounds
perfect
good.
scenario. They lead us directly to the emissary, and we could look her over and then talk about how they've done a bad job.
All right.
Alright, so...
Don't
so-
let them lead you out the courtyard. Make sure they just stand and stare away from where I'm stood for a bit. Like, oh, look at that sky. Just wait a minute, and then I'll just pop them both.
Yeah, I mean, what a shame this palace has gone to ruin. Look at that lovely gazebo over there.
On the left, nothing. Okay, so we're
Small
gonna.
microphone, and here we have.
So we walk up to the front of this ruined palace. We approach cautiously.
So, just before you do, bear in mind that there's no guards now where there should be guards, and a lot of bullet holes. So before you try and talk your way in, have a think. I mean,
We'll be on the other side of the bullet holes.
okay, fair enough then, that's okay. But you can imagine, yes, we're definitely here to help. There's blood all over the floor and, like, pock marks in the walls.
Oh,
Nothing happened
not-
to your friends.
Not
they're
in
just
not
here
in this
now.
courtyard. They're in a different tower. That's fine. We haven't shot into this courtyard yet.
Fair enough then. And they can just go into the courtyard.
No, we're talking about the original front door bit. So what James has said is right.
Okay,
But we
no
just
worries then.
walk straight past that door and then say, no, the guard let us in.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
guards to stop you.
Fair
But
enough
we'd
then.
never have made it past the guards. And yet we
Just
have.
needs a
Yeah,
high-vis
exactly.
jacket and a clipboard, and it's a certainty.
All right.
Does
so-
he have his red COVID wristband? That's the
Doesn't
question.
everybody got your COVID wristband? Everybody got your pass? We got a ticket for flashback to UKG. Right. Okay. So we go forward. We pass this dead body. That's the dead guard on the front. We go through these rotten doors that are barely kind of holding together, and we sort of look around. From here, you can see in between where the gazebos are and the place where you come out of the front door, there are two sets of stairs that go into each side of the building. On the far side, you can see that they've made some sort of arrows, or they've done some sort of like writing to sort of orientate themselves a bit and keep everything sorted. And on the far side, opposite side to where opposite side to where Kishar and Zelian are, there's a thing. It's got temple, dormitory, and what's that other one?
So,
Obvious prison room.
Yeah, temples and dormitory on the other side. And as you quickly look to what would be your left, they've got labs, holding, processing, medical.
That way.
Sure sounds like it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And as you walk forwards, as you kind of make your way in, the guy who is sort of half-assed kind of watching over the security system steps up and goes, "Halt! Who goes there?" He says, we're in a D&D game, obviously. Stop! How did
Oh,
you get here?
so-
What are you doing? No.
Ah, one of us can only tell the truth and the other can only lie.
before we get to the point of that,
Yes.
can I roll to set up an ambush and be aiming at the guy that walks forwards to get the most cheese bonuses possible?
Yeah, we'd
The most
assume
murder bonus as possible.
Akita would probably do the same.
So
So-
I
apparently,
detect your ambush.
Yes, it's happening. Apparently, we have to roll infiltration against observation
Okay.
to see if they spot us. And because we're at long range, we get a +2 modifier.
Oh, sorry, am I doing this now? Sorry, everyone,
Yeah,
for
so-
disappearing
the,
there.
the plan is
We're-
we're gonna sit on the roofs and ambush anyone in the courtyard as Rawia and Carvis go in and draw them out, kind of thing.
Cool, bait.
So
No, we just walked in through the front door and said, hello, we're here to oversee everything.
Okay, cool. So we're getting a +2 to our infiltration.
yeah,
Yes,
to
to
set up a sneak attack.
ambush.
11
And then-
dice.
Nice.
Well, I am invisible. I got 3 successes.
I got 2.
I rolled 11 dice and I got no successes, so I'm going. Does anyone mind if I?
Monsieur Chameleon suit just stood up like, what are we hiding?
Yeah,
now?
it's like shorting out.
You've turned it into
Come on, traveler. I need to guide these people to a safe
His
place.
suit turned like electric purple.
Push,
like,
push,
no,
push.
this is not.
Next to Zelian's can of musicola, it fritzes.
2 successes.
Excellent.
It's not great, but it'll
So
do.
that then they roll their observation against our.
Yeah,
I
so
think-
they get no successes. They
Cool.
they are clearly distracted by this woman and this preacher. Do you still have your riot shielder?
I wouldn't for approaching them. That'd be a bit odd.
Yeah.
I would then
I am
like
your
to
heavily
aim.
armed but friendly visitor.
Yeah.
I'm going to aim as well now as an action
Okay.
while
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
Make sure you've got all the
Me
dice.
too. Are we
Um,
all aiming at the same person?
yeah.
I'm
Take
aiming
the
at the
one
guy
on the
that said.
left.
If there's 2, I'm aiming at the guy that said on the right.
Do we,
that said
can we
halt.
see them already?
So you can see in this courtyard, there's the crates at the back where this guy with is mostly paying attention. There's the laser comms with the folk who is there. They're the ones who have walked forward to Carvus and Rhea, who have appeared in the courtyard. This guy goes, "Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? How did you get past the guards? State your name," kind of thing.
I'm aiming at Talkie Boy.
So,
I'll aim at competent boy then.
I was
Blessings.
gonna say, if we all aim at one, we got more certainty of a definite kill, and then it comes down to initiative whether we kill the other guy.
Nah, I reckon if I'm aiming at this guy, he's dead.
Yeah. I'm not aiming at the same one as Zelian. I want to kill my own one.
Yeah, I think we can get them, and then you just cover whoever's left.
Whoever
there is one.
runs into the room from either side.
Yeah, I will aim at.
So
not
you
all of them.
see the guy who's over by the crates. He reaches his hand up to his comms at his neck,
Oh, arrow in the face.
and he's
Arrow
about
in the
as
face.
this guy is like, "Hey, who are you? What's going on?" He's reaching his hand up to start like, "Hey,
Arrow.
hey,
No.
hey,
No.
Naz."
Pin.
Are
I'm
you
going to
still
pin his
stood up
hand to his throat.
All right, then if I see Akida,
Yeah, as soon as we'll
Sure.
be like.
then I'm gonna
on
fire at the other guy.
edge for
Okay.
that.
Could I? Did I get time to aim?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, because we
What
all
does
knew
aim
this
do?
was happening. This
Gives
was
you
like
plus
get a
plan.
+2.
That's 2.
I'm shooting
My
the
bow.
comms guy as well, but I'll let
Here we
you
go.
see if you kill him first.
11 dice.
Sounds good.
So I get 10, 11.
Or 4. Yeah, 4.
4 successes.
4 successes. So I'm gonna hit him and do a point. I'm gonna can I? Ooh, I'm gonna crit him. Definitely, because I want to sever his jugular.
So because we're ambushing, we get a
Yeah.
free round before initiative. So this is an ambush.
This is an ambush. Yes, you very clearly said you.
We
Millie,
were using
Millie,
the
yeah.
rules.
I'm
I'm detecting an ambush.
I was reading the rules while
Oh,
I was
oh,
doing
it's
Hit
our
Games
ambush,
Expo, so I
okay,
could remember
okay.
how to play when we came back.
Oh, good effort. All right.
Can I disarm him by severing the finger that is pressing his, like knock his hand away from his, the force of the arrow knocks his hand away from his communicator.
All right. So we've got 4 successes. One of them hits and does the base damage of your bow.
3
which is
damage.
3 damage. So he'll get an armor roll against. Well, actually, no. He gets an armor. He does it the other way around in this one. So he needs to make an armor roll. His success.
You just pin his hand to the side of his head through his radio. It's not going to work then either.
If that was an option in the bonus effect, I would be selecting that one straight away. I'm hoping that the disarming thing is kind of, but the crit would have to,
Flip. I love
Yeah.
lyrics. There.
Well, on the other guy, well, just to inform you, I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 dice.
Right, so he gets 1 success, so that reduces your 4 down to 3 in this one. Doesn't
3
do
down.
the damage, it removes your successes from your roll.
Ah,
and now
okay.
we can decide what we want to do with those 3 successes.
but I'm going to hit him, I'm going to crit him.
We're going to hit, we're going to crit.
Let's crit this bad boy.
Do we need to get Dan on to roll the crit for you?
Yes,
Should we just get
please.
him on-
Yes, bloody please.
Every time
That would be awesome.
Dan has rolled crits in Alien, he's killed himself.
Yes, he has.
Alright.
That's kind of impressive.
53.
Ooh, sounds good.
53.
Bleeding gut.
Yeah, you shoot him in the gut.
Yeah.
Gut shot.
Point of damage per turn until first aid is received.
Yeah, so he just goes through him out the other side. You can see he's like holding onto his gut at the front, but also there is like blood just pouring down, and he staggers back a bit and hits these crates, which don't move. Zellion, what did you get?
I rolled 13 dice and got 4 successes.
Nice, okay.
So I hit the guy.
He gets 1 success on his armor.
I'm armor piercing, but I can't remember what it does.
Oh, it reduces armor. Hang on. I'll roll that again. 1, 2. Damn it. No, he gets no successes on his armor, so you have 4 successes.
Okay. So I will hit him for 3 and 6. So I'll hit him for 6 damage. And I've got 2 spare, so I shall do 2 crits.
You do the worst of 2 crits.
2 crits.
Turns out that good guns are good.
Good. Money is good. Buy good things. So the first one is going to be and because I've got executioner, I can choose which way around it is. A 30. It's either a gouged eye or a gut shot.
Yeah.
Or it's a
Gut shot for twinsies.
It was simultaneous gunshot, yeah. Synchronized ranged combat.
Or
We got the silver medal.
it's a pierced intestines or a severed aorta. So I'll go with that. I'm going to shoot him in the heart. Shot to the heart, you're too vain.
Okay. Yeah. So he just pierces his aorta, just take out his throat as he's trying to be like, "Who are you? What's going on?" I think he immediately unconscious.
Yes,
Yeah.
unconscious.
Okay.
You wish you had put your shield up now.
Unconscious for an hour.
He never gets to be clean for long.
Yeah, sprays of blood everywhere from the aorta because it's a big thing. What does Kashar shoot?
I will shoot the guy who looks like he's still alive but bleeding at the other side.
Sure, yeah. You can make a roll.
So you get +2 for an ambush. I get 10 dice.
Nice.
2 successes. Yes, 2 successes.
2 successes.
Oh, I get an extra die, sorry, because of the cricket thing.
Yep.
It doesn't matter, it's still 2 successes.
He gets no armor. Armor doesn't help him.
I just do 2 damage.
Right.
3 damage.
Yeah, he's gonna die next round.
Well, that's good.
As he's slowly, quite quickly bleeding out after all that damage. And
I look at Akita and do that thing.
Zellion, are you using your silenced carbine?
My accelerator carbine, yep.
Yeah. All right.
So all Carvers walks in and goes like, "Hi" to this guy, then he just goes, explodes everywhere at him.
Explodes his throat. An arrow flies in.
Yeah.
The guy goes, and then there is like a crack of a cricket in from the rooftop kind of thing.
Now let's all lie down and pretend we're not here.
And you do hear like Kashar's got the radio, I assume.
I do, for sure, yeah.
You do hear them like. Did anybody hear that? What was that?
This is where you do your best impersonation, Kashar.
Can I use my communicator to interfere like static with hers? Like just to, as if you detune a radio so you get white noise.
You just want to press the send button and keep it down?
I guess so, yeah. Well, I don't know, obviously, the future communicators, but like anything from just doing that so it blocks them from talking to each other, or just detuning my own and then putting them next to each other so it's dead loud.
Alright, make a quick technology roll.
I am not so good at that, but I do get wits. I do get 6.
I thought you meant you got 6 successes. Not good.
I mean, all of those need to be a 6, but I got one.
One success.
I did. Look at
Okay.
the eagle.
So it's only because we had that ambush round that we were ahead of everything that we managed to like. Your gun makes this pow, and then you're like shit, because you realised you were the noisiest person in the.
I assume the
jungle.
man shouting about the arrow would probably be quite loud.
Yeah, he was
eventually.
quite loud as well. And the radio immediately goes, "Did you hear that? Sound off!" And then it's just like "Squawk, or whatever you put through the comms.
Through our own communicators, I'd say I blocked theirs, but they know something's going up.
Yeah.
Could you like kind of fake like everything's fine, like Han Solo?
I could try and do the Han Solo.
How are you?
Yeah.
I have nothing in empathy because I'm never the same person to care about anybody.
Just roll it anyway. Go
Yeah,
for
Very
it.
what-
nice.
gonna
All
lose.
right, fine.
Summon the
will-
darkness.
I mean, this is the moment where I remind you that as a gambler, you can convince someone that a fridge murdered someone. So I reckon you could do a good Han Solo on the
Fair
radio.
enough.
No, Kishara isn't a gambler. She's faceless.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, crap.
Oh.
I'm just gonna try and pretend it's the local wildlife. Wildlife getting a bit frisky. Put
Those
that
damn
sun out.
eels.
Those Tamils firing their guns off again.
Here we
Throw
go.
legs
I
and
don't think
come
I've
onto
ever
land.
rolled as little as 3 dice.
You hear that sound, Highness? Those are the
You
shrieking
can,
eels.
receive pheromones through a communicator, right?
No,
He's
we
gonna blow into the
established
radio.
2 sessions ago, this is contact manipulation.
yeah.
Only hollow viruses through communicators.
You see? Look, that's a 6.
Is it 6?
It is indeed. I got a 3, a 5, and a 6.
So you got 1
Hey.
success in the. No, it's all okay.
Yeah, I will say it's like local wildlife or something like that, so, but yeah, no worries.
Alright,
Confirm next check-in sort of thing. I can't believe I got a 6 off that. I'm genuinely excited
That's
that
awesome.
I rolled 3 dice and got a 6.
That is
Thing
pretty
I deliberately made myself terrible at.
Alright, so the other person on the other end of the radio goes, Alright, well I'll send Gadar down with more of the sonic pest control. They'll be down in a minute,
Excellent, thank you.
kind of thing.
Tell him to bring at
Good.
least 2.
So somebody is coming. But
I want the sonic pest control. That sounds exactly like the thing Akida would want.
things that scares off cats. That's really
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I need
Well,
one
I
for
mean,
my
we've
real
got
life
another
garden.
victim on the way, so
Right. So
I will tell everybody.
Carvus and Rhea, are you going to stay in this courtyard with the 2 dead people?
No, I'm
going to
head into the lab complex.
Lie on the ground and pretend you're dead.
I might run into the lab complex, actually.
I mean, you're on your own if you go inside. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I have a plan.
Oh, alright.
Nice.
So I'm going to run into the lab complex.
Right, so you break left,
Yep.
up some stairs. You push through this old rotten door. And see that there are more stairs that go up to your right. And then ahead, let me just check, what's that? And then that. Oh, interesting. Interesting. All right, so as you run past, it looks like what was previously like some sort of it was probably like a waiting room or a reception area or something. You can see that there's been old tapestries, sort of stuff that maybe Carvus's robes would be made out of. They were once, but now they're moldy. You can see there's holes in them, or some sort of insects has been stuff. And the martyrs here, they've almost like stapled, gaffer taped plastic over everything. And there's a little bit of a lab here. Like as you head straight into this is big space. You can see they've put like thoroughly modern equipment, and through this plastic you can see the decaying room.
Are there any
Sheets
people
hang-
there?
No, there are not.
Are there any lab coats hanging up?
You know what? Yeah, sure.
So I put on a lab coat,
Mhm.
pick up a clipboard,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
walk into the lab.
Yeah.
and start having a poke around to see what I can see.
Okay. Yeah, give us a science. Science is a skill here, isn't it?
Science is a skill. It's
Yeah.
a skill I also have.
It's a wit skill.
It is.
Three successes, no less. It's
Wow.
a damn good roll. It's 3 6s, 2 5s, and 2 4s.
All right, so one of the this is to you who have been in a jungle, studying equilibry and spending time with Sugoi. Either there have been rapid updates in lab equipment, or this is some of the best lab tech money can buy. This is bioscanners, synthesizers.
Steal it.
I don't know if it'll fit in my pocket.
Genetic
I've got grav loaders.
printers, that kind of stuff, like stuff
Ooh.
that will make copy
Toys.
animizers, that kind of all kinds of toys here. Is very shiny tech. And then there's also like fridge units that have got, you can see that there's blood samples and different serums and different things in all the fridges. They're obviously doing some work and that kind of stuff. All of the tech is labeled in the same language we saw the script. You know, we found the little prayer script. It's all labeled in that. So it's a little. I mean, Raia's got a good culture. She's probably studied
Yeah,
one or
I've
two
got
of them.
culture 3, empathy 3, so.
So yeah, your culture will give you an extra language or two. But this is not like they've labelled them in like science
No,
standard.
they've
This is-
labelled them in religious.
Yeah. They're definitely doing that kind of stuff.
Have they got any data I can pull up? A computer system that I can access? Anything like that?
There are some computers or tabulas here. Obviously, they're using it to collate and run that kind of stuff. You could make a technology roll to try and hack into it.
I'm going to give it a go.
So when our scientist broke left, what did Carvus do? Did you run with her, or did you go right?
So there's two bodies right next to me, basically.
So
Is
there's
it like
one, there's one
yeah.
maybe 3 or 4 meters away, and one about 30 meters away.
is there like any shrubbery or trees or swamp nearby?
Yeah.
I want to drag both of those bodies and just throw them into behind a bush
Just wanna
behind.
hide them?
Yeah, just nothing particularly skillful, just somewhere out of sight.
All right. Yeah, we can do that. Let's assess how we do that by making an infiltration roll.
Ooh. I'm so good at this.
You leave the boots sticking out the edge of the thing.
Yeah. So it's infiltration plus wits, is that right? Or dex? Sorry.
Oh no, you could use
Agility.
wits.
Agility.
It's an
You
ability.
could do infiltration plus wits. That seems a sensible use of the two skills there. Combine them in
Right.
another way. Yeah, sure.
No,
I
wits
will-
is
I
an
will-
attribute.
A wits is an attribute.
Yeah,
Attribute and a skill. Infiltration and.
that's how
Yeah,
you
normally use
do it.
agility, but if you think it's about being clever about it, then
It
use
doesn't
wits.
make a difference. It's 2 dice either way, so
Oh, okay.
let's.
Sure.
Oh, I got 2 6s.
Wow!
We are rocking that gambler bullshit. Only a couple of dice. Pah.
Zellion must be rubbing off on you.
Yeah.
Kida, a little bit as well.
Hope not.
No, not spent long enough around Akida. And you manage to, you push one of them into this rotten gazebo, and there's an old bit of carpet or something fallen down, and you push him under there, and then you launch the other one over the edge into the pond behind so nobody sees him.
Splosh.
Splosh. Look around quickly.
Yeah.
We can call
Um,
this mortar pong.
Yeah. And then, and then,
Well, I know there's this other guy coming, don't I?
yeah,
Gul'dan.
Gadar.
Good. Can I? So my hands are like covered in blood now, I assume.
Yeah, they're pretty messy.
So I'm gonna go to roughly where I think they're gonna come out. I'm gonna sit down, like in sight, and I'm just gonna rub blood all over my face and gown, and like just sort of like put my head forward.
Okay.
See, we don't need to fight them. We could just use psychological warfare.
Psychological terror.
I'm attaching a grenade to my arrow.
And
Please
yeah,
don't
what
do
are
that,
the-
because you
what
can
are the
shoot
three
the
of you
person
do-
next to Carvus.
What are the three?
Don't worry, I'm not going to shoot him.
Getting ready to shoot whoever comes out, I guess. Is that the plan, Celian? Akida?
Yeah. Basically, however many entrances there are to the courtyard, we
I'm actually going to shimmy down somewhere behind a shrubbery to go in after
Oh, nice.
Ruia because I'm worried that she might get horribly murdered inside the compound.
I've
And-
already accepted her fate.
Well, my job was looking after her, you see, so I feel like she's disappeared into the building. I want to go and at least try and like arrow evil scientists in the neck before they syringe her.
Yeah,
They
sounds fair.
use math.
Yeah.
I'm
but
staying
you-
firmly on the roof.
You run further down the building, and halfway down towards the courtyard where Carvus is a ladder that these guys have been using to access this roof. So you run down your building, you start shimmying down this ladder. Maybe do that cool thing that they do in the Navy where they slide down it rather than using the rungs. Looks pretty,
Yeah,
looks pretty sweet.
and if there's any cover, I might just pause for a moment, just because I know someone's coming, just to be like, in case they need a knife in the neck on the way past.
Okay. So Raya, what was your technology roll?
I only got one success, but I
Okay.
did get one.
Just one success. All right, so you get there, you get it, and what you find there's like a couple of layers encryption. This would be like Kashar's field day. You don't manage to get into the further data either through security protocols or maybe being a little bit rusty on this language that they've got their computers, their tabulas set to. And there are lots of like patient IDs. And they look more like, I mean, I guess it's that sort of like blind testing, random sampled, no favoritism kind of stuff that you've seen in that kind of stuff before. But there's also like a level of some of them have got like markers for different planets or different systems where they've been traced from. So they're also, it's possibly not as blind as it should be. Like they're clearly prioritizing some things over others and that kind of stuff. Looks like they're taking all kinds of information from them. What concerns you most is some of them seem to have like a volume extracted, which must mean some sort of bodily fluid or a, something. And they're in a, like, some of them are like 80%, some of them are like 12%, some of them, that kind of stuff. Some of the notes are vague, in the kind of subject did not produce viable results, kind of thing. Like, there's some sketchy science going on here. Some of them have deceased dates. Some of them have forwarded for further noted, and one of them doesn't have a patient ID, and there is trauma notes for them, like gunshot wounds, sedation, and you look at the volume of sedation that was used, and it's like 4 times what should be normally used. This is like somebody hench. There's like they've sedated an elephant kind of thing. One of the notes is along the lines of it's sort of ascribed. It's like these guards have proved strong in this situation. Only assign these guards to this patient kind of thing. Do not let these guards be around. This doctor should always be accompanied by this person, kind of thing. Yeah, and the last note for that was like sedation, heavy sedation, about 6 hours ago.
Okay, I want to pull their hard drives or whatever they've got that's the equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine they've probably got a data core because it's Space Future.
Yeah, space feature, some sort of crystal chip.
So I'm going to pull their data core, pocket that, and then look for some stimulants to counteract the effect of sedation.
Okay.
And by that point, I imagine Akida might well have arrived.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I'm then going to leave the lab, still wearing the lab coat, still carrying a tabula, and a tray with medication in. And I'm going to be heading towards the cells.
Okay.
Sounds like they're distilling midichlorians, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Alright, so out in the courtyard, we see Akida run into the room. You catch up with Rhea. She's got a tray, but from the opposite side...
No one sees me run. I am stealth
the
man.
Camera,
No.
the audience sees
Oh,
you
sorry.
run. There we go,
Sorry.
it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
You run through a puddle and your outfit sparks a little bit.
And then down from the opposite side, from where the temple sign and the dormitories was, comes not in armor, not in like the talisman laden kind of martyr stuff. A chap, he has the sort of face paints and that kind of stuff on his Elysian patterns. He's covered in like fancy shawls, a long robe, a scrabbly beard, and he's got like this case with him, and he's looking around as he comes out. He's like, "Hello,
The moment
Yeah.
I go over the communique. Goodbye. Shoot him in the face.
You're gonna shoot him in the face?"
Yep.
Okay.
I don't care if he's good or bad. He's doing evil things. I'm not going to try and kill him, but I am going to try and incapacitate him.
Shooting
Him in the face.
I'm not going to aim for his face. I'm going to aim for like...
You just said you were gonna shoot him in the face.
Alright, fine.
No, you can. We'll see what the dice
No,
send it.
no.
Jarvis has got a whole elaborate plot going on here.
Non-lethal
It's in
headshot,
character.
Right, stop murdering.
He made himself look like an Urukai for no reason.
No, it's all right. Murder him. Okay.
I've lost
I see.
the
I
dice.
finally found the kind of level of the party. Yeah.
I think Akida will fit in fine.
I did.
Oh,
point
yeah,
out,
yeah, absolutely.
Make a plan, ignore plan.
The thing is, right, I'm not going
Murder
to risk
shit.
that this guy suddenly flips up and mariachi style the case full of machine guns. I'm just...
If that is, we need that case.
or he pulls out like a psychic amplifier and fries everyone's brains.
Oh, that's 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. He doesn't have any armor on, so what would you like to do with those 2 successes? One's to hit, and one's for more damage.
I mean, I could crit him in because I've got a double chance of seeing what happens. But if I roll 66,
Oh, you got crit on a 1?
Just crit
Yeah.
the dude. Come on.
All right, I'm going to crit him.
Okay.
I hit him for 3, and then I'm going to crit him, and it is a. Let's see what it can be. Ooh, that's pretty good. Pretty good in the sense I'm not going to murder him. Let's have a look.
You
It is
sure? You've got the
either-
talent that you can swap it around.
Yeah, but I do not believe this is a murder. Let's have a look. It is either, disorientated, so he's stunned for 1 turn. So
Okay.
I shoot him, and it just pings off his head and stuns him.
Yeah.
Or a broken nose. I'm going to break his nose. I'm going to shoot the tip of his nose off.
You're not going for disoriented. It'll stop him calling for help.
Imagine having your end
Why-
of your nose shot off.
You
would
can
be
have
quite
it so that you shoot
distressing.
at him, you
No.
miss, but he spins around to run away and bashes his face on the door jamb.
Yes. Yeah, broken nose is stunned for 1 turn, -2 to manipulation. So if you do want to talk to him, he's fucked. Yeah, I'm going to shoot his feet so he staggers, spins around, smashes his head on the door frame.
Okay. So yeah, he drops this case he's got. He spins around. He's like, screams a bit. He looks around. And
That's all yours, Carvus.
And there's a moment where he's not quite sure where he is. So what does Carvus do in that moment of?
I'll get up from where I am, like completely covered in blood, walk over to him, like grab him by like his head and pull him up and smack him against the side of the wall. Where is the emissary?
God, this guy.
Yeah, make a manipulation roll.
Can I give any dice for blowing this guy's nose off? Like,
Well, no, he has -2 to manipulation, so you already have, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm guessing if
guess
it's
so,
an
yeah.
opposed test, minus dice are not good.
I'm gonna have to push, which is one of these dice.
I'm guessing that covered in blood is starting to be like one of Carvus's outfits now.
One of his
Needs to be, yeah.
This season on Mirren.
That's a
Yeah.
lot better.
Change, like-
Three successes.
Excellent.
Start calling you the Red Mask.
Red creature.
It's his evening wear.
Fashion choices. This season, I shall mostly be wearing a
Blood.
mask of blood.
Which is
Not
nice.
my own.
Everybody from Mira sounds like they're from.
From a shed.
Yeah.
Alright, so you
Hey,
slam
hey!
him. He is in a shed right now.
You ain't seen me right at the end.
You
of
ain't
the-
seen me.
So Carver
Right.
slams him up against the wall. He shakes his head. Blood spills everywhere down his robes and that kind of stuff. He looks at you and he's like, in the trauma suite, in the trauma room, the first aid. Who are you? What's happening? Let me go. But he's got blood all in his mouth, and I need to give you a chance to do something.
This is cool because you've got no teeth and he's got no nose. It's like the best conversation
we
ever.
got Carvus, like some.
My
fake
dog
teeth
hath
and
no
some
nose.
liquid
My
skin.
teeth are
So if we
mostly
blind
fixed.
someone, we can film a Richard Pryor comedy.
How does he smell?
I would like to delve into his mind and mind read him.
Oh, okay.
So I want to see. What
Not just
his
by
deal
squeezing
is.
it.
My mind to your mind.
Mystic powers are slightly worse. I got a success. One success.
Hey.
One success. All right, so this is your
great.
mystic talent. Read his thoughts right now.
Yeah. I want to see what his
Ow,
he's
my
thinking.
nose really hurts.
Yeah. I mean,
Beyond beyond his terror and pain. I want to know what he's thinking.
Okay. His immediate thoughts are I wish I wasn't here.
Hmm.
I wish I could fly.
I wish I was
You
a
can.
rocker with.
Okay.
I wish I was a baller.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Exactly. Skilo.
Well,
He's been troubled by sinus problems his whole life. He's thankful.
It's like, wow, that really cleared the blockage.
yeah, I've been struggling with that. There's no medication. All right, so
I
he
pee up my nose in stage 4.
he doesn't want to be here. He has this brief flash of a woman with really long hair, and she leans forward to him and says, "We'll keep you safe," kind of thing.
Hide.
But yeah, it's very much in that kind of like that bitch lied kind of thing. With is the emotion that kind of comes with it. So he doesn't want to be here. The memory of this woman with the really long hair will keep you safe as she, you lying bitch, and he doesn't want to be here, and his nose hurts.
Okay. In which case, I will look at him. May you be reborn with the icons, and take my Mercurium sword and activate it in his chest.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
brutal.
Brutal, yeah, definitely.
Don't fuck with Carvus.
There is like a panic in his face, like a what? No, and then obviously he dies.
I have all that secret info.
Yeah. What? No, don't kill me. And he dies.
But I've just cleared my silence.
And then I'll head in the direction he pointed, and be like, I'm fairly sure I know where the emissary is.
Cool.
And so heading there.
Right.
We're not doing sneaky things now. I have to.
No, I'm gonna jump down to
Oh, yeah.
Carvus.
Get my combat shield out because I'm pretty sure we're in fight mode now.
Okay.
I would like to jump off the roof.
Okay.
not-
So you
Not in any like just full tilt out of a window like. climb.
you want to make your way down?
do
There is
a
a ladder.
triple pike into a landing. Yeah. I
There
will
a
get
nearby
down as
baker
well.
that you could murder on the way through.
Maybe
Yeah, can I go
push
via the
low with
kitchens
it.
to see if there's any like kind of cooks or chefs or anything? Just punch when I run out.
No, there's no baker or kitchen. Well, there is a kitchen, but you're not near it.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm going to
Fridges
spend
and
dark,
everything.
darkness points to get a full catering staff in my way.
Side quest.
Chef, I'm ready for you, Carver. All right, so Zellion's leaving the roof. Is Kashar going to stay up there, or is she heading down as well?
No, as much as Kashar would love to stay up there and see if they can get another couple of people to come out and get shot to hell, it seems like the companions are going in, so me too.
Okay. So Raya, did you? So you had a choice when you were leaving. You were going to go left towards where all the holding was. You're going to go right towards where the med lab was, like the medical was. What were you going to do? When
Were there any labels on the files for where things are, where people are?
no, other than like cryo 3 or bed 4 kind of stuff. Nothing like, because they work here, so they know sort of thing where the people are and that kind of thing.
I'll go down to. I said I was going to go down to the cells, so I will
Okay.
continue down to the cells.
Um,
And I know that she's now in the infirmary, but
When
Maria doesn't.
I get down as well, can I have a look at what's in this case that this guy was carrying?
yeah, you wanna run over
Sonic
to
Pest Control.
Sonic Pest Control, yeah.
Is it Sonic Pest Control?
Yeah.
It's a syringe of psycho brain juice.
No, it's
Cool.
like
It's
I
not his
don't know.
lunch.
It's not his lunch. No, it is like a flight case kind of thing, full of like things to plonk in the ground to scare off.
I want those. Keep those, Zillion. I want those.
Yeah. Pack
They're
them
so
under the
handy
arm.
in the jungle.
Eat them.
Yeah.
They
Also,
might be
Why
handy
can't-
in the jungle, but I can hear the damn things.
Just quickly, what's in those boxes in the courtyard as well before we leave
Alright.
and go and follow Carvus?
Let's get to the cells, and then
Have I
we
caught
go-
up
10
with
gems
Rowea?
Yes,
of
yeah,
50 gold piece
Okay.
value each.
yeah.
Rowea, what are you doing?
Potions of healing.
I'm going to the cells. I think they have some of the mystics down there. There may be guards.
I looked past you to the lab. Like, what was in there?
Horrible, horrible things. They're experimenting on people.
Experimenting.
Mystics.
Oh, this is too much. This is. Where are they? I want to kill these assholes.
This way.
Okay. But if there's any guards down there, I'll cover you.
Okay, remember they'll look at me like I'm one of their scientists at first. That'll give you a moment to act.
Yeah, I'll linger around the corner. If you say something like, "I've come to inspect the cellmates," or give me a little, signal, then I'll tap your clipboard or something. Then I'll pop round and arrow in the back of the neck or something.
All right.
I promised
the
you
signal's
that
like,
I'd keep you safe,
"Caw-caw."
so you know, I feel bad. I haven't done my job properly if something happens to you.
So we walk down this corridor. We head further down the ruined palace. As you get part way up, it's almost like behind you down the corridors. Right, you can hear like a chanting begin. It sounds distant as you head up this way of the corridor. And as you look further up, you can see there are several rooms. These were probably some sort of state rooms or reception rooms, something like diplomat, business meetings or something were held along here, kind of thing. And as you make your way along, you can see that on one of the doorways is like 1 is just scrawled, and then the other one has got like 2, and they're all on the far side. So they're all on the side that would be next to the marsh. So they're all on your, what would this be, right, left? They're all on your right as you walk away from the lab you took.
Is there one that matches the number for the person that required heavy sedation?
No. As you approach on one of them, you can hear some people talking. It sounds like you'd hear it at the Temple of the Icons. Like somebody is doing their equivalent, the Coriolis equivalent of like Our Father who art in heaven. They're just chanting or
I'm going to start opening doors.
So you open the first door. This wave, this stench of death rolls out. As you look in, there are 5 dead bodies, literally just dumped in a cage, left. There is what looks like a used medical table in the corner, a chair, like a dentist chair sort of thing in there. Not in use. Whoever was in here has now been discarded.
I want to go to the one where the people are making the noise first, I think.
So you head up a bit, you come out, you head up a bit further.
Be careful.
Yeah, and you can hear at this doorway, there's at least 2 voices. One sounds like an old guy, and the other sounds like a young girl. Both chanting, both saying like the prayer to the icon, like, Judge give us strength, Traveler guide us, that kind of thing. As they go through it, Merchant keep my aunt.
Be fair.
Honest. Yeah, that kind of thing. Just going through like a prayer to the icons.
Yeah, I want to open the door.
Okay. Do you just like ta-da, or do you creep in?
No, I want to open the door.
Okay.
Quite blatantly.
Okay.
I'm lingering nearby.
Going through boxes in the courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
Full of dark matter.
A song about that.
Alright. So you open the door. You can see as you go in, there is a flinch in 3 figures that are hunched in cages. If Zelian and Carvus and Kashar were there, these cages would remind you of the ones we saw in the base of Coriolis. It's 3 figures, and they make like they flinch as the door is opened, but they don't stop their prayer. They don't stop repeating their prayer, and 2 of them are repeating this prayer, and then there's a 3rd one sort of hunched up in the corner of this cage. Again, the room
Yahala,
stinks.
we've come to rescue you.
Don't forget
We're
the
getting
old
you out
guy.
of here.
Oh, I'm coming in if I hear that.
So there's a brief pause in their prayer. They look at you, and the old guy who's there with this girl. He puts his hand on her and he says, "Be strong. This is just more temptation. and they go back into the prayer, like almost like, okay, this is
No,
another form of torture. Kind
your
of
prayer-
Peter, can
have
you
been
get these
answered.
cages open?
Yeah, and I'll go over and I'll smash the lock on the cage.
All right, yeah, give me what is it, force? Yeah,
Yep.
force.
Can I grenade the locks on the cage?
Only if you want
It does
everybody
open
in
it.
the room to be.
Ace.
Okay, I got one success.
A fuck you, buddy roll.
Okay. It takes a couple of hits. Maybe you use the knife. In fact,
Yeah.
you know, you got onus spent. So you wedge one of your knives in and you force it, but your knife breaks as the padlock.
Yeah, I used my
Does.
crappy knife that I had. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gone. You just snap it. It shatters. It's on the floor. The cage is open. They move back. In fact, no. What happens is this old guy, he pushes the girl back, and she goes over to where this other hunched figure, this what looks to be like a younger lad in there. And they go back, and he's like, "I'm old. I've made my peace." And he just sort of like it's
Peace,
that kind
friends, peace. We're here to get you all out. We're not with them.
I'll open the cage door and I'll say, "They are dead. They will never touch you again.
Come with us. We'll get you out of this place.
Stay low and quiet."
I would like a manipulation roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God, 2 dice.
4 dice.
I got a success.
I got 2 successes.
Oh, cool.
So despite
Wow.
despite Ruia looking like she's one of these folks, and
There was no
looking
use at all.
like one, no, we didn't see the dice, unfortunately.
Background stayed put.
Despite her looking like one of these scientists, Akita there is breaking them out rather than using the code and that kind of stuff. They seem to believe you. This old guy, he gestures to the girl and the lad. He's like, "We will either die here or die with them. Let's go," kind of thing. He's not
What are your
convinced,
names?
but he's
What are your
better.
names?
Um,
You have been a number for too long.
I do love the 3 primary starting characters who have been trying to rescue people all along and now not doing.
Let's kill them all.
like-
Just wanted to get paid.
Rawir, we don't have time for this. We need to get these people
They
out of
need
here.
this.
Come now, come.
We need to listen for others as well.
Because if this is no, like it's like, oops.
Oops. Hey, look.
I like the way I'm a secondary character. Listen to that. That's
No. What I meant is like we
originals. Originals. I know. I'm
And, like,
joking.
I
I
think
am.
that means you're Marcus from Babylon 5.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, get out. He was one of the best
He was
characters.
awesome.
yeah.
It means
I'm winding you up.
you're 7 of
You
9.
B5 fans are so easy to wind up about Babylon 5.
Get
7
out.
of 9 and not Kez.
Not Kev.
Oh, God.
Yeah, 7 of 9 and not Kez.
Yeah.
7 of 9
Which
far
is
superior to Kev.
ultimately cooler.
Yes.
All right, so these
You know, the
is-
replicator and not Kez.
he says, my name is Kasim. He gestures to the lad behind him. He says, "This is Dalam." And he puts
I'm
his
Dalam.
Dalam. I know you're James Dalam. This guy is called Dalam. And he puts his hand on the girl's shoulder and says, "This is Nur."
I'm Akida.
I'm Rawia.
Yeah.
I'm a
You're
doctor.
free.
We will help you when we can.
And
I'm gonna
then-
I
hand
suppose
the
at that
man.
point
I'm
we
gonna
better go
hand.
on radio, actually,
I'm
and
gonna
say,
hand.
Right, so out in
I'm gonna
the-
hand the man my Vulcan carbine.
He looks
Yeah.
at it. Like this old guy, he looks at it. He's like,
Immediately
I-
shoots himself in the face.
I have never
Point
I've
it,
never...
people. Wield it. Hold it.
Okay. Yes.
You don't need to
Okay.
use it.
And he takes it. He's skinny. This is the heaviest thing he's carried in a while. He makes his way out of the thing. Out in the courtyard.
I chuck him a protein bar.
Out in the courtyard, inside the case is Sonic Pest Control. It's like some sort of thing. You stab in the ground. It's got several settings,
enough.
that kind of stuff. There's a remote control. You can pair it with your tabula. It's got instructions that nobody's read.
About the boxes.
Yeah, and then the boxes. As you crack open, as you look in these boxes, they are filled with the neodyme. This is a very precious metal. It's probably used in construction of like computer parts and that kind of stuff. I wonder if you've smuggled this shit before.
If it's worth money, probably not, because we're broke as hell.
This is the shit they want to smuggle.
Yeah.
All right.
I
yeah.
can make some kind of roll if you want. See if I recognise it.
What would it
Nope,
be?
last thing we smuggled was a box
Culture?
of candied cockroaches.
Culture. Yeah. I'll make a culture roll.
Woohoo.
Girl Scout cookies we stole.
Here comes those great 2 dice.
Oh,
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Hey, let's push it.
Okay.
You've gone down to 24 instead of 25. Let's round it up.
Oh, yeah.
really? For 2 dice? To recognise some stuff?
Nope. Even worse.
Okay.
I mean, I could gambler's talent it, but I think I'll leave it.
Yeah, I mean... It'll look expensive, I assume.
Yeah, it's
I just
big.
pointed at it and say, shiny.
There you go, shiny.
Yeah, and then that's the point where Kashar would reach the courtyard, make her way over to whichever side she wants, and then maybe after you've regrouped and make your way towards the lab. Is that the way? Oh, Carvis knows the direction.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
he's going to the other place. I mean, I guess I figure that I stood with Carvis against the thing from where the stars are dark, so what's a few martyrs?
Yeah, I'm following
Plus, I have
Carvis
some
too.
armor now, so...
Yeah. So
Heading
this is.
towards where the emissary is.
Yeah, so as you get to the point where Roia entered the building, you can see this lab ahead with the stapled up stuff. That's when Akita and Roia would contact you on the radio, like we've found people kind of thing.
Is Zellian with us, or is he still checking out things?
Are you sure
I
he's
don't-
coming with you?
I'm coming with you, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
As soon as you leave the courtyard, I'm coming with you.
Perfect.
He's stuffing precious metal into his pockets.
I'm
Very heavy. Very heavy.
Yeah,
Definitely
did you guys tell us about Noor?
I don't remember doing.
I don't remember if you did or not.
Not me. It might have told you when I was off doing stuff.
No,
but...
I don't think they did.
I
No,
think
okay.
they've said like you're on the way to find the emissary and that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
I know they've told us about the emissary. I couldn't remember if they told us about Noor or not.
I don't think so.
I
You
don't
know-
think they have.
To be honest,
No.
Akita's not so worried about that. He wants to take out the people who are doing
Yeah.
the bad stuff rather than free the person, if you see what I mean.
Mhm.
Right, well, we'll get them back up to the first aid lab so that we can administer to them without
Right, so-
using up my shit.
What do you radio to the other folks? You said you were going to send them a message. What is it you send them?
We found 3 of the mystics, but not the emissary yet. We've got them out. We're heading towards the first aid room.
Yeah, just there and then go find the mystic.
Yeah. I'm heading in the direction. Was it the first aid room that the guy said, actually?
Yeah,
I
so
can't
he
remember now.
said the trauma lab, yeah, the medical
Yeah.
center, which is
Well, I'm heading to trauma lab, where the emissary should be.
okay.
Do any of those guys know? Like, they've been here. Have they seen the emissary? Do they know how many
They've been in
people?
a cell for the time they've been here. I'll ask them on the way, but they're in a state of shock. We need to get them seen to before
Yeah.
they can give us anything.
Fair enough, then.
So you begin walking back to the lab. Do you wait for them, or do you head on, Carvis? So you've got a beeline for where you know they're going to be, and you're going to make it. You're going to head off.
I would just be heading straight there, to be honest. I'd be beeline towards the emissary.
Yeah.
Freight train.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk down this corridor, you can hear chanting. And Kashar, you're with Carvis and Zellian?
I am indeed,
Yeah,
yes.
you can hear chanting as you head down this corridor. It doesn't have a direction though. It's almost like it's coming from inside your head. As you
Is it
head
an
down the
emissary thing?
It's not in a language either of you understand.
Alaram Sudaram Kalima.
Yeah, it's not in a language either of you understand, which to Carvus might be a bit strange. Because he's very well read.
I will simply recite my sermons to myself in my head as this continues on. Heading towards the triage center and...
So, the lab with the crazy empty dentist chair and all the medical records, that's not where we're going. That's not the trauma center.
No.
Where you looked at before. Okay.
No. So as you come in, you have...
Well, that is where Akita and Rui are going to, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Or you... no.
We went to the lab first.
Yep. Then you found the
Then the
prisoners.
medical chair was in one of the prison cell rooms.
Okay.
Then we got the guys out of the prison cell rooms. Now we're heading up to the trauma center
To meet us there.
to rendezvous with you there.
Cool. All right. Oh shit. So are we passing cells and things?
Not the way you go, no. You're just heading
Alright,
down
so-
what feels like a derelict...
Is anybody alive in any of the other cells that we go past?
No. You seem to have found the only 3 people. Stinks of death. Like, you're reminded that there was something about this being the last shipment,
Yeah.
and basically the zealot, the warrior in town, was cleaning up loose ends. So whatever has gone
They've
down
done
here,
whatever they're doing, yeah.
they're pretty much done and
I think
finished.
the emissary was the icing on the cake, I guess.
Mhm.
We need to... Shit.
Yep, march in there quickly.
Yeah, so Ruia, as you head down that way, you begin to hear this chanting again. It was faint when you were walking in the opposite direction, and it's picking up now. And the girl called Nur, Akita, you can hear, and she begins chanting, muttering in a language you don't understand. And then the old man, he looks at the girl, and he's like, "Be strong. It's okay. We're here." And he puts his arm around her, holding the other arm with the gun, and the lad is just walking behind.
I'll say to her, I hear it too.
And she looks at you. She doesn't stop chanting, but she looks at you like, sort of, okay, strange. Akita, you notice on this little kid, he's got gills. He's got gills. Can't hear you. I think you muted yourself.
To kill it.
No!
I'm joking.
Aquaman.
It's
that the
Karen
boy?
Costner.
As long as it's not the deep, we're okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the dolphin. Too soon.
The
Oh,
whale.
that was so good. That was so good.
So
So
good,
Carvus, Kashar, Zelian, you make your way closer and closer to this trauma door. You can see there are big strips of semi-opaque plastic, almost like you going into a freezer or something
God.
kind of thing.
I have got really sketch vibes about this.
Abattoir.
Abattoir style stuff, yeah. As you're heading this way, you can see there's blood on the floor. Looks like some sort of something has been dragged in this way previously. And as you get closer, you can see that there is a shadow in there. Looks like a block. And as you watch, something falls past, and you hear a thud of a body hit the floor.
We'll check the body.
Yeah, no, it's on the other side of this.
Oh, sorry.
This curtain.
I
No.
am going to... I think we need to be ready to go in guns blazing.
Oh, arm yourselves. I'm going to
Go in,
Behind this
Carvus charging, I think.
I'm
is
just
the
gonna-
right.
They Frankenstein their own emissary or something.
So like
I'm going to light my flamethrower.
shield, push one part of the curtain away, and sword push the other side, and see what's
I mean, I've got a pistol, so I can do one for you.
what lurks
Yeah.
me upon this curtain.
Okay,
Yeah. Side by
as you
side.
push the curtain away, I need everybody to make an empathy roll. Elvis, Kashar, you can make mystic power roll.
Oh, that's good because I have empathy of 3 and mystic powers of 3, so I doubled my dice with the mystic power I've so far not used.
Excellent.
I have 2 in empathy.
What about
and
me and
no.
Akita, or are we too far
You're
away?
just far enough away. You're not there.
Good.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, so
Critical success.
Critical.
2 successes.
2 successes. How did
I have
Zillion
a-
do?
I've got 2 dice in empathy, and I rolled 2 ones.
Ooh.
Alright. I mean, you could claim that as an 11.
Wow.
Yeah. If anyone's gonna have PTSD
Success in a bit.
from blood being everywhere, it's this guy.
I
Okay.
suppose, to be fair, you are the expert in having PTSD.
Yeah.
This however isn't PTSD. This is a strange wave of nausea and anxiety that washes over you. This is possibly the first time Zellion has ever felt any sort of mystic attack
Motion.
or mystic emotion. Yeah, mystic emotion. Wash over.
Yeah.
You take 2 points of mind damage. How many did you pass by, Kashar?
I got 2
Oh, you
successes.
got 2 successes.
Can I ask a question, Millie?
course you can.
How does mind damage heal?
Mind bullets.
Mind bullet.
Because last time
Rest. Isn't it rest?
Rest.
we haven't rested, have we? Since last time I took mind
No.
damage. Then.
No.
No,
No,
I
no,
have
mind
2
damage.
mind
Mind
damage. I've still got it.
Well, then I
Coffee.
would like to say that we
Hugs.
are at a new point in the campaign
Mhm.
where
broken.
I am broken.
Oh, mind broken.
I am full on crying, snotty, ugly tears. It's the humanity. Yeah.
I really hope they put the flamethrower out because that's bad vibes otherwise.
Just have a quick check for mind.
Yeah, because I took
I
4
don't think there
from
is a
the,
separate mind broken thing, is there?
I think
No.
there is. I took 4 from the moth ship, and then I've taken 2 now, so that's 6.
Do you think
Quick
that
stress.
we can fix him by patting him on the shoulder and saying they're there?
If something puts you at 0
Aye.
mind points, you suffer a breakdown, collapsing from fear or anxiety. You can follow simple commands, but not take any action that requires dice. After D6 hours, you regain some control of yourself, and 1 mind point is pushed up.
Oh, shit.
Skills.
D6 hours.
Yeah.
I'm main fighter.
Oh, God.
You can either use command or medicurgy to treat somebody who has
think-
suffered a breakdown. If you roll successful, the person you are calming down regains equal to the number of 6s on your roll. Each attempt is a slow action, and each person can only try it once.
I rolled a 6 on the dice, by the way.
Alright,
so
so it
six,
would
6
be-
hours of dribbling idiot.
Oh, you should have pushed on your mind roll.
I don't think it would have been worth it for 2
So
two
command
dials.
or medicurgy
Yeah.
can snap Zellion
Don't worry, I
out.
got a
Command or
syringe full of
medicurgy.
stimulants and a field medicurge talent.
I've
I've
got,
got
a block
an M
of Opal.
dose. I've got an M dose we can
know we
whack
sold
on
it.
you.
Yeah.
I
Well,
am
I have
actually.
one in medicurgy to pretend to be a nurse.
I have a
I-
flamethrower.
I have the soothing talent that cures people broken by mind.
Oh,
look at this.
Ooh,
I don't want to
nice.
know how that's achieved, though.
So can I? Do I not know where it came from? I just suddenly felt this wave of
So
horrible
you
misery
can
and
infer as the curtain was pushed aside, it washed out of the room upon you.
oh god.
I'm going to make a helmet out of that plastic sheeting.
Yeah. So what does
Get some
the,
tin foil inside
what
it
does
just
the
to
soothing
show.
talent do? What does
Oh god, the humanity.
So soothing is. Let me just
It
quickly.
gets him
I
out of the
just
glass
looked at
cage of
that a
emotion.
minute or two ago.
Yeah.
You
It
get plus
involves
two
a full body massage, doesn't
Yeah.
it? That's
Plus
Won't
2 to
somebody please think of the children?
please let Martin talk.
No, I'm broken. I'm gibbering.
It's a +2 to medicurgy when you're treating someone who's been broken by stress.
Okay.
So I
you
can
still
do
need
it.
to make a medicurgy roll then.
Yeah,
Save
if
my
I've-
jeepers.
If I've noticed he's fallen, yeah.
Yeah, so he
I will-
literally, like, it's not like Carvus having a... Because we've seen Carvus when he has a bit of an episode. He dives forward, he starts trying to kill everything, and he punches somebody's face out. This is holy...
He's having an anti-episode.
Yeah, this is a holy
The idea. Zillian just gets really quiet and goes, "I'm upset by this." And then Carver's is like, "What? Oh no!"
What's going on?
You are doing a feeling.
I will. So as soon as I notice it, I assume there's like no. Do I see anything else like immediately threatening whilst I'm here?
You push the curtain over. You can see that
Yeah.
there is a medical table. There is a person led on the table. There is a gown, like a sheet over them, and the thing that thudded onto the floor was one of the guards, and he was writhing on the floor, but now blood seems to be pouring out of his ears.
Oh, that's fine by me.
Or at least, no, he's not got a helmet on, so blood is pouring out of his ears and his nose.
They made a helmet out of that plastic.
Made a helmet, yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Schoolboy
preaching
helmet.
to the choir.
head over to Zellian since I've seen he's gone. Have you gone mute at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's just like kind of dropping the rifle and the flamethrower to the ground, like clanks either side, just dropping to my knees, just staring at the absolute like horror and blood and misery, and just shaking my head and like the humanities, the huge manatees.
I'll
Robert De Niro as Frankenstein going, whoa!
I'll head over to Zellian and sort of
As the monster.
sit down or like crouch down to the same height that you're at, and sort of take your hands and sort of look directly into you, be like, once you told me a long time ago that we are in this together and that I would see the extent of your sins, and I have seen you. I have seen what you are capable of. I have seen your sins. And this, what washes over you, is but the darkness trying to etch at your sins. I am here, and I am the light, and I see the long shadow that is cast behind you. Now, focus as the man I know you are. Come back to me, come back to us. We need you here. We need your strength. We need you to help us move on and to finish this. I would like to soothe his mind.
Sure.
Can I use my pheromones to assist this?
No, because it's a manipulation roll with pheromones, isn't it? And this is
Medicurgy.
Okay.
medicurgy.
Blessed and.
I agree, it was an awesome speech.
Yeah.
I got a lot of dice for this, so I'm rolling 10 dice. You get 6 successes.
Oh!
That mean I replace 6 mind points.
Yeah.
Up to your
Yeah.
max, yeah.
I
You
have
have
6.
Nice.
Boom! I am immediately cured.
Yeah. Wow.
That-
This is why
6, 2,
Sabitha
6,
kept
6,
you
6,
around.
6, 3, 5.
Wow.
I look at Carvis and
That's
put a
some
hand
good
on his
priesting.
shoulder and kind of
Have an epiphany.
I see the light in the darkness. I see that the past, the sins of the past do not define my future. The blood that is all around me, everything, all this horror and violence just remind me of the dark days I've spent killing and torturing and trying to fight through the pain that I felt on this very planet. And seeing it all in this place just brings it all home. But the journey we've been on, the things we've done together show that I can be more than just mindless. Sometimes I still am. And if you're the light, you can show me the way. Nigerian calls. Show
Come.
me the way.
I will show it away. Oh,
And
So-
yeah,
give you a big pat on the shoulder, like, come, we have a job to do.
Yeah, Raya, Akida, and the 3 folks. You can see down the corridor. Just Carver sort of lean out to a crouched Zellian, pat him on the shoulder, and then Zellian stand up.
give him a
can
big
see.
bear hug.
Yeah, big bear hug.
There was an audible sigh of relief from Kushar.
The girl that's with you, Raya, runs down the corridor towards the figures, like charges ahead, still chanting, like charges down the corridor.
I mean,
I'll try and keep up with her.
I mean,
Heads up.
I have just had a mental breakdown. I've got severe PTSD, and someone is running at me.
Don't
It's
trip
your
her up.
niece.
I don't know that.
You know her. She would
I
look
don't-
the same.
I've not seen it yet. All I know is someone's running at me. My immediate response would be turn around and shoot her in the face, but I don't know her.
I'm also running.
You dropped your guns on the floor.
I did.
That is
Good.
true.
Yes. Good. Thanks me for
Yeah.
not having to.
I also, knowing that you are a combat veteran
Yeah, you don't
and
run at someone
likely
who's-
to turn around and shoot someone,
Yeah.
I'll be like, incoming, whoa, 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 whoa. You know,
Maybe not
like-
incoming.
like-
Maybe friendlies would be a better.
yeah,
bet.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna spin round in kind of shock and like as if I'm holding my carbine. Like, oh shit.
Go to bring it to bear,
Right.
but
Yeah.
there's nothing there.
Sort of like, no.
Yeah, she runs down the corridor. She's like, Zelian! Uncle Zelian! And she runs right at you.
Yeah, I put my arms out and bring her in for a hug. Yeah.
And she looks at you and she's like, they took me away. And then she looks at Carvis and Nor. They took me. There was she looks at Zelian like there was a boy.
We know everything. Don't worry.
That's why we're here.
I look at her and said, the one good thing your mother's ever done is send us to find you. She should never have left you there. She should never have done some of the things she's done. But I am, after everything we've been through, I am so happy for the first time in years.
And she hugs
And
you.
Zelian's going to start crying
Yeah.
as well.
Aww.
Just like, because I feel like I'm crying. Just like, I can't believe she's alive. I never thought we'd find you.
It's been a hell of a
Oh.
week.
Sort of nod over to Ruia and sort of tilt my head towards the curtain. And move towards the curtain itself.
I'm going to straight through
I
towards
think
wherever
Noah
this
and the other
chanting's
two
coming
should
from.
stay this side of the curtain.
Hmm.
So I'm going to stay with Noah and the other two, and just because I'm on the
Yeah.
edge, I was like, right, I can't. If it's dangerous, I'll come in. But while you're in there, I'll talk to Noah, make sure they're both okay, everyone's okay, and just kind of crowd control that area.
Okay. So who's going into the room and who's staying outside with Nur and the other folk?
I'm going in.
You're going in?
Going
I'm
in.
going
going
in.
in. Maria's going in. Akita's going
Yep.
in.
Yeah, I think
I'm
everyone's
gonna say to the old guy, help him cover the area.
He looks at
Pointing at
you.
Zelian.
He looks at Zelian, who's probably a little bit tearful and hugging the girl, hugging Nur, and he looks at the weapon he's been given, and he nods. But the recoil is probably going to knock him on his ass. But he's going to give it a go.
He'll be fine. He's desperate.
Yeah.
He's
Thought that
hardcore.
counts.
If someone
Old
pops through a
man
door,
strength.
he'll nail that sucker.
Yeah.
If I see him struggling with the carbine, I'm going to strap the flamethrower to his back, saying, "Less recoil, just point."
Point and burn.
So we push through into this this trauma room, and you walk into the room. You can see that this is a medical center, and there's blood on the floor. There is a guard on the floor that's just now his head is in a pool of blood. You can see all down his face, his nose, and there is this unconscious looking body.
Sorry, is that from like a bullet wound, or does that look like his brain has come out of his nose?
It more looks like his brain has decided to leave
It's like
via
a whole
his nose
Scanner
and his
Darkly
ears.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah, no, haven't experienced the brain frazzle, so I was just kind of like
Mm-hmm.
curious.
Carvus Raya and Kashar, the chanting that you hear, suddenly it appears as if it's making your room, your body and your room vibrate in harmony. And then there is a moment of perfect stillness. Fire bursts forth from the face, the eyes of the body on the table, and you are blinded by a light as the ground beneath your feet disappears, and in an instant it's as if you are transported somewhere far away. You regain your senses and are surrounded by a terraced fields with high crops. Further down the lush green valley you see a small group of white spherical buildings in perfect rows. 2 pale suns chase each other across a blue sky, and on the horizon 3 enormous ziggurats reach for the heavens. A wind chime can be heard somewhere in the distance. You hear singing behind you, and as you turn you spot someone approaching you across the field. The song is in the same foreign language you heard the chanting. And the singer, on the other hand, seems quite ordinary. A short, androgynous-looking person dressed in a long, yellow robe with simple floral embroideries in a white and gold, held together at their waist with 3 white ribbons. A red shawl covers their shoulders, and a simple hat in many colours protects their shaved head from the sun, and the tattoos of scrolling vines on the forehead and cheeks, contrasted in gold against their black skin. A frame of a friendly smile in a weathered face. The singer bows courteously and addresses you. We meet at last. You must pardon the circumstances, but my vessel, it has been destroyed. It can no longer speak for me. The poor bastard. I was able to repair both the damage from the gas giant's fumes and withstand the martyr's futile attempts at tortures, but it would seem our ancient nemesis finally caught up with me. The sky above you begins to darken quickly, and a thunderstorm comes rolling down the mountains, the wind picking up and the gentle rain begins to fall. Looks at the 3 of you. We do not have much time. Our enemy has advanced their plans further than expected. The town incident was just the beginning. The white butterfly will continue to chip away at the barricade you built all those years ago, and its agents awakening. My siblings are in danger. We had hoped to reach you sooner, but the song wasn't strong enough. Together we hope to stir your forgotten memories and ready you all for the coming storm. The winged shadows threaten everything. Will you fall too, like I have? I am but an echo of my true self, a winged songbird whose frail notes only live in the vibrations of temple windows, in the heaving breath of marble floors and the singing of the wind. Without the others, the song will never be strong enough, and without the song, there is no hope for the 3rd horizon. The clouds above are suddenly lit up brightly from behind, and a deafening bang reverberates through the valley. The singer looks up and then turns to the 3 of you again with a troubled look in its piercing eyes. That butterfly sought to destroy me by sapping my energy. Something is about to break through, and he reaches out his hand towards you, Carvus. He reaches out his hand towards you. Something is about to break through. We will meet again, but now you must return home. And as his hand touches Carvus's shoulder, there is a blinding flash of light, and you find yourselves back in the palace in the Sutra, next to an emissary's dead body. To Akida, they literally just stop for a briefest of moments, and then in the room, soot and dirt begins to rise from the floor, almost as if the body of the emissary begins to vibrate, and an impossible crack appears across the sternum. A powerful wind roars through the room as it whips and slams equipment and plastic around. The darkness unfolds, flutterings like flags in a storm. The emissary's body is torn to shreds as if it was a slip of paper, and the dark flaps gather to form a grotesque entity crowned in the halo of all the colours of the rainbow. A creature of absolute darkness forms in the space in front of you. A primordial monster, evoking memories of everything mankind has ever feared.
Oh God.
And
That sounds fun.
I think like this would be a moment when Nor turns to Zellion and goes, "It's here."
Oh God.
They mostly come at night. Mostly.
Mostly. And as it is 25 past 11, I feel like next week we can fight whatever has just risen from the emissary's dead body.
Oh
That's
God.
cool. Gives us time to get a bell book and a candle. We'll be all right.
Bell book candle.
I mean, we do have an old man and a young man.
Yeah.
If he's a
Old
priest,
man.
we're all good.
And a gilly man. He's got his little things. But yeah, I think next week we can fight the thing. We might have 2 more
Can
sessions.
Akita
left in
change
this
his
book.
trousers first?
Yeah, so that must be really weird for Akita because you walk
Because they're all
in,
frozen and suddenly this thing like
then
rises
the-
out of the thing.
body of this person on the thing just cracks and everything rises up and there's a monster in front of you.
I've got a
Thankfully,
grenade arrow drawn.
I'm,
Getting it in
I'm
the
behind,
face.
I'm behind the magical plastic curtain where nothing can pass, so I'm okay.
I'm swapping my red headband for a plastic headband.
I think
As
it's
soon
a
as we're
brown
done.
headband for a minute there.
yeah, that too. No,
Yeah.
I've got a grenade on my arrow. It just like.
As the step, they just draw.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
blow
draw
everything
the
up.
bow. Yeah.
The
I'm
dark with you.
excited. I'm excited.
Well, balls.
That was awesome.
That's awesome. It's a good
It
book.
was. It was.
Especially
I-
Martin's speech. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was
Really
truly
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
100%,
So good.
yeah.
So cool.
I love the callback as well to when I was having my first ever moment,
Mm-hmm.
getting drunk in a bar. It was great.
Beautiful. But we found Nor. Now we just have to keep her alive from the monster that has risen
I
out
mean,
of the body of an emissary. who
Nor's alive.
telepathically-
Emissary's dead. It's like, we'll
Yeah,
just
there's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B there.
yeah.
Gonna make the Cyclades tomorrow a bit damp. Yay, you're welcome.
It's like the Black Widow film. It's like, yay, she finally
Spoilers.
gets one.
Spoilers.
Everybody-
Oh.
Oh, spoilers for End of Infinity War, which was what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
No, I thought you were about to
Yeah,
drop
we thought you were
spoilers for
talking
Black
about the
Widow.
plot.
No, I was saying
okay.
that giving her a vehicle of her own film after she, spoilers, dies in
Dies.
Infinity War
Yeah.
seems a bit like, yeah.
No one ever really dies in Marvel.
True.
Multiverse, remember? They
It's
can
about
bring
to be the multiverse.
every single
They can
possible
bring her
role.
back.
They can bring anyone back as anyone else.
Right.
Like, yeah, this is Iron Man being played by.
No, that's the What If
Age.
series they're doing.
That's
But
what
anyway,
it is. Anyway, yeah, we could take this conversation to the Garblag Discord. It's got over 500 folks, and we have conversations like this all the time, which is the perfect place for it. What are we on? We're on Tuesday, which means in about 3.5 hours. Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
About
Yep.
3.5 hours. Garblag North America will be heading off for further madness in the masks of
Nali
Nali.
Lala Bo.
Yeah.
Nyarlathotep.
There we go. Thank you, Tintin.
Nyarlathotep.
Nyarlathotep, yes.
Nyarlathotep.
Nyarlathotep. More Pulp Cthulhu madness in about 3 hours here on Garblag with Matt and some returning
With a change of
faces
cast.
and some new
Yeah.
faces. Yeah. So that's in about 3.5 hours. Then
A homme fatale has become a femme fatale.
Oh yes, Homme Fatale. Louis was brilliant.
Still fatale, though. That's the important part.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's Pat, so it's going to be fatale.
Yes, yeah. If you love Cthulhu, we've got more of it on Wednesday with Achtung Cthulhu. That's happening then. And then if you love more war type stuff, we've got more of that on Thursday with Aliens Frontier War. And then on Friday,
Thursday night.
That's yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday, North
Thursday.
America.
Oh, there's another Blades in the Dark.
Blades of the Dark. Yeah.
Heisting stuff. And there's a link between the heisting on there and then another vampire heist is going to happen on Friday. Ben?
Oh, I
No?
like it.
No?
There are links.
Lights are good.
Heist?
Sure.
You heisted .com heist?
You did a heist, didn't you?
Oh, they did do a heist. Yes, they did. I see what you're doing. Right? Yeah, they did a heist. I think the plan might be to invent internet erotica in the next episode.
For jugular.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
After the jacuzzi meeting.
Parental advisory.
It's part of the masquerade, so yeah, there is.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Mature games, immature players.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would be a week of Garblag.
Nye and Josh in the jacuzzi meeting were excellent.
How was
It's
the
something
raccoon
to
in the
behold.
jacuzzi meeting?
The raccoon didn't attend the jacuzzi meeting. It was deemed inappropriate.
Okay, fair.
You don't want a raccoon in the jacuzzi.
No,
No.
a racuzzi.
A jacuzzi.
I mean, if it invites other raccoons, it's not your jacuzzi anymore.
I mean, that's a great brand
Exactly.
of jacuzzis.
Exactly.
Like raccoon stew.
But that's all we're gonna have time for because
Cool.
I feel we're descending into madness already. And we
Check out the
need to-
Patreon.
Oh yes, do check out the Patreon. There's loads of cool stuff going on there. Stuff that you can get from accessing different levels and stuff you can just get for free. So head over, check it out. I assume somebody has done the very helpful thing of exclamation mark Patreon.
They have done, yes.
Thank you very much. And if you missed that link and you're watching on YouTube, they're all gonna be down here somewhere.
Video description.
Yeah, I think I've got the Musicola advert to work. I've had an email from the Musicola rep who can play it this time. Let's see if that works.